Welcome back. Well, today President Biden met with Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett at the White House.
While the world is focused on Afghanistan, Israel's new leader came with another priority. CBN White House correspondent Phillips has more on the first official meeting between the two. Eric.
John, Jenna, though this meeting was chiefly about the future of U.S.-Israeli relations, the two leaders could not ignore the elephant in the room: the more than dozen U.S. troops killed in those suicide bombings in Afghanistan. And the president began the meeting by empathizing with loved ones.
Losing a son, a daughter, a husband, a wife is like being sucked into a big black hole in the middle of your chest and you don't think there's any way out.
On behalf of the Israeli people, I want to extend our condolences and deep sadness for the loss of American lives in Kabul.
While the two leaders appeared friendly, they clearly have major differences between them to work out. The Iran nuclear deal tops the list. Biden plans to re-enter the agreement his predecessor, former President Trump, abandoned. Israel is against it.
Iran is the world's #1 exporter of terror, instability, and human rights violations. The first goal is to stop Iran on its regional aggression and start rolling him back into the box. And the second is to permanently keep Iran away from ever being able to break out a nuclear weapon.
But we're putting diplomacy first and seeing where that takes us. But if diplomacy fails, we're ready to turn to other options. We also are going to discuss ways to advance peace and security and prosperity for Israelis and Palestinians.
There's also a gap in how the two view Israeli-Palestinian relations, which boiled over earlier this year with military action along the Gaza Strip between Hamas and Israeli forces. Biden wants Israel to help Palestinians. Bennett wants to lower expectations. And for his part, Bennett's main agenda item was to build a bridge with the president and Democratic leadership, one that was severely damaged by his predecessor, longtime Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. And in a good sign, the two leaders did pledge today to be in support of one another. The latest from the White House, Phillips, CBN News.